Leadership, Clause 5 of ISO 27001-2013. Hi friends, I welcome you all here in this exciting training session being conducted by TNV Academy. Today, in this session, we will discuss about Clause 5 of ISO 27001-2013, which talks about the leadership. So, let's get going and start our discussion. Let me explain you that what we will be covering in this chapter. In this session, we will talk about Clause 5 of ISO 27001-2013. It has three subclauses, that is 5.1, 5.2 and 5.3. We will be covering Clause 5.1 in detail and the remaining subclauses will be covered in upcoming discussion. In this chapter, we will be covering Clause 5.1 of ISO 27001-2013, which talks about the leadership and commitment. However, we will be first discussing the concept of leadership. Reference clause within standards or the other standards which can be useful for this chapter. If we talk about Clause 5.1 of ISO 27001-2013, then it does not take any direct reference from any other of the clauses of ISO 27001-2013. It has some independent requirements which should be taken care by an organization while establishing and implementing an effective information security management system. If we talk about the external references that you need to know for understanding the Clause 5.1 of ISO 27001-2013, then you should have an updated version standard copy of ISO 22300-2018 with you. ISO 22300-2018 has definitions for several technical terminologies that are used under different clauses of ISO 27001-2018. So we suggest you that you should keep a copy of the standard with you for your ready reference. Outcome of the chapter. At the end of this chapter, we will be able to understand that how leadership within an organization is important for successful implementation of an information security management system. We will be able to understand that without an effective leadership, an organization can fail in achieving its information security management system principles and objectives. Brief introduction of Clause 5.1. Friends, before we move into details and what Clause 5.1 says in reference to ISO 27001-2013, we need to understand what the term leadership means. We will be exploring the term leadership in this introduction of Clause 5.1 at first so that we can talk from scratch and make you all understand what leadership means in reference to ISO 27001-2013. So, what do we mean by term leadership? Well, if we take the formal definition, then leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of individuals to influence and guide the subordinates and other members of the organization. It means that leadership is an attribute of an individual or maybe a group of people to make their peers do what they want them to do in a way that is effective for the organization. Clause 5 and 5.1 of ISO 27001-2013 actually targets the top management of an organization and demands that it shows the right attitude towards the implementation of a useful information security management system. The Clause 5 and 5.1 of Information Security Management System asks the top management of an organization to assign the correct roles and responsibilities to individuals who will be responsible for correct implementation of ISMS. This clause basically tells the organization that who has the authority to dictate terms to immediate subordinates, who will be functional during the course of implementation, and constant monitoring of the organizational information security management system. An effective and good leadership is needed to build a team which is proactively encouraged to take the information security management system of the organization forward, empower, and motivate the rest of the staff in protecting the information security policies and procedures set up by the organization. The clause 5.1 of ISO 27001-2013 states the below mentioned requirements from an organization. It says that top management shall demonstrate leadership and commitment with respect to the information security management system by first, ensuring the information security policy and the information security objectives are established and are compatible with the strategic direction of the organization. Second, ensuring the integration of the information security management system requirements into the organization's processes. Third, ensuring that the resources needed for the information security management system are available. Fourth, communicating the importance of effective information security management and of conforming to the information security management system requirements. Fifth, ensuring that the information security management system achieves its intended outcome. Sixth, directing and supporting persons to contribute to the effectiveness of the information security management system. Seventh, promoting continual improvement. Eighth, supporting other relevant management roles to demonstrate their leadership as it applies to their areas of responsibility. The clause 5.1 of ISO 27001:2013 states that an organizational top management must show an effective leadership in implementing its information security management system. If leadership of an organization is not actively involved or do not participate in management reviews, then the objectives will certainly not be accomplished. The leadership of the organization should provide all required resources for the smooth functioning of its information security management system. In addition to this, the leadership should have constant monitoring system in place to check whether the information security management system is behaving the same way it was desired to be or not. Leadership should also decide the roles and responsibilities of individuals who will be part of the information security management system. Additionally, it is the responsibility of the organizational leadership that they ensure that the information security management system does achieve its intended outcome. Moreover, in basic terminology, you can say that clause 5.1 of ISO 27001:2013 says that the leadership of an organization should provide its complete support for the necessary functioning of information security management system, mandatory documents and retention of documents. Friends, clause 5.1 of ISO 27001:2013 does not demand to maintain any documented information about the requirements which has been stated in the clause. However, top management can document the decisions and procedures they have drafted, which reflects their commitment and support towards organization information security management system. Last but not least, now let us understand the common mistakes which auditors do while performing audit under the clause 5 of ISO 27001:2013. Point 1. Auditors ask irrelevant questions for the organization which does not relate with the organization to be audited. Point 2. Sometimes auditors start thinking for the option while auditor need to understand the client process and to decide if the client can achieve the result of the MSS through their own process. Point 3. Auditors start consulting activities. Point 4. Auditors start expecting document and records in clause where this may not be mandatory requirement. Point 5. Auditors asking for FSSAI license and registration, asking for the GS3 registration, asking for the ROC registration, asking for the commencement of the business certificate, asking of PF, ESI registration certificate, which may not be relevant considering the nature of business organization is performing. Dear friends, we have now come to the conclusion of this training session. See you soon with an exciting new topic. Till then, goodbye.